Babe. 1 second, guys. Yeah. Actually start. She got the door. Which one to do? So let's close the door. Hey guys. Sorry about that. Hello. How you guys doing? Hi Sabrina. Um just to get up to go to the door and then go in the room and come back. I'm so out of breath. Hi Shika. Hello to my viewers on YouTube. Hello, thank you for tuning in. What is his name? Alright. Hello Jay. Ryan. You're from Christiana. It's nice to meet you. I'm from Manchester as well. Thank you for tuning in. So, thank you for the roses, Sean. Thank you. Bird Fagan, hello. My day was good. I'm trying, Gracie. I'm trying. Oh Lord, I'm still so out of breath just to get up a while ago and walk. Oh my God, my lungs are so poor. My God. Hello, teacher. Hello, Devon Williams. I'm good. How are you? Hello, Lorna. I am good and my day was okay. How was your day and how are you? Guys, let's get to, oh, we're at 1,000 likes. That's awesome. Remember to share the live with a friend or 10. Let them know that it's news time. I'm here to bring you the news, but I'm still so out of breath, so just give me a minute. I'm actually supposed to do a pulmonary function test. That's a test to check at what capacity my lungs are functioning, because after the whole near-death experience with the blood clots in my lungs have been left permanently damaged and they aren't functioning as well as they used to. I'm telling you, everything has me so out of breath and it's really bad. Really, really bad. As much as the blood clots have fully cleared, my lungs are still damaged, you know. The right, the wall of my right lung, it's thicker than normal now because some of the blood clots attached themselves to the wall. And also my right lung died, a part of my right lung died during the whole ordeal because it wasn't getting any blood. It was completely blocked from getting blood by the blood clots. So yeah, I am still recovering, and it hasn't been easy at all, but we move forward. Yeah, we press on. All right, let's get into it. I think I'm okay now, so let's go. The National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, is advising the public to exercise caution when visiting coastal areas across the island following reports of Portuguese man-o-war washing ashore in parts of Portland. Beachgoers and individuals engaged in coastal activities are urged to remain vigilant, as the Portuguese man-o-war can still sting even after it is dead due to a reflex action of its tentacles. It is often mistaken for jellyfish, and it is a specialized colony of zooids that function together as a single organism. It is easily identified by its balloon-like float, which is typically blue, violet, or pink, and raises up to 6 inches above the waterline. So there's this thing that washed up on the coastline in parts of Portland, and NEPA is advising to be careful if you see it. If it stings you, then you'll be in trouble. Yeah, the tentacles of the Portuguese man-o-war are equipped with stinging nematocysts, microscopic capsules containing coiled barbed tubes that deliver venom. The venom is powerful enough to paralyze and kill small fish and crustaceans. While stings are rarely fatal to humans, they can cause intense pain, welts, or what we call wales, and irritation that may last 1 to 3 hours. So be careful. If you see this thing, don't go touch it. Don't try to play with it. Just leave it. Atlee Hyman, hello. AB, good night. Thank you for tuning in. So that's from NEPA. For those of you, you can Google it to see what it looks like. It looks like a jellyfish at the top with this clear jelly-like thing, and then it has some black tentacles, cranny looking something. So yeah, avoid it if you see it. Yeah. All right, we go down the line. The Universal Service Fund, USF, has donated 20 desktop computers and 2 printers to the Jamaica Fire Brigade to the tune of approximately $5.5 million. The donation was made in an effort to support key public service institutions and promote digital transformation across Jamaica. The donation, which was officially handed over on February 4, is expected to significantly improve the fire brigade's ability to manage and process critical data, boosting operational efficiency. CEO of the USF, Charlton McFarlane, stressed the importance of the donation, stating that at the USF, they understand the critical role that the Jamaica Fire Brigade plays in protecting lives and property. They are proud to support their efforts by equipping them with the necessary digital tools to improve their operations. He said this donation is another step towards strengthening the capacity of our public service institutions through technology and they are committed to continuing these efforts. And the USF is an agency under the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications, and Transport, mandated to ensure access to information and communication tools to facilitate development. Just checking on my birds. 9 Days Talk, hello. They're under the chair, playing. The St. Mary police are investigating the circumstances that led to the death of a 63-year-old man whose lifeless body was found on the Galena Primary School premises early this morning. The dead man has been identified as Everton Magoo of a Galena address in the parish. The discovery of Magoo's lifeless body in the school's auditorium led to school being suspended for the day. Reports are that around 5:50 a.m. this morning, the school's watchman went to the auditorium where Magoo was said to be sleeping. He tried to wake the man, but he was unresponsive. It was observed that he had blood over his right eye. The police were called and he was taken to the Port Moriah Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Magoo was last seen alive on Monday night. The police are investigating. Wilfred, good evening. Thank you for tuning in. The Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, has issued an epidemiological alert regarding the increased risk of dengue outbreaks in the Americas, including the Caribbean, attributed to the growing circulation of the DenV3 serotype in several countries in the region. PAHO says it is urging countries to strengthen their surveillance, early diagnosis, and clinical management to address potential increases in dengue cases. Dengue, transmitted by the Aedes aegypti mosquito, has 4 serotypes: DenV1, DenV2, DenV3, and DenV4. Immunity against one serotype only provides lifelong protection against that specific serotype, meaning that subsequent infections with other serotypes can increase the risk of severe forms of the disease. PAHO says the appearance or the rise of the serotype that was not previously predominant in a region can lead to a surge in cases due to greater population susceptibility. And guys, just be careful, okay? Get rid of items containing water around your home, like cans or drums or bottles or stuff like that. Use repellent if you must, and do what you must to protect yourselves and your families. I can't listen, I catch dengue already and it never nice. I thought I was going to die. I think it was about 2013. It was about 2013, thereabout. Early 2013 or 2012. Somewhere there, somebody catch dengue. I tell her, it was the most painful thing. Hi, Rosemary. Hello. Rose Smith, good night. And I will not call that username, but you said hi, so hi. When I caught dengue, it started with the pain behind my eyes. I noticed that when I looked left or right or up or down, the pain behind my eyes, it was so bad. And the following day, I woke up and my grandma asked me if I'm not going to school. I was in university at the time. And I said no, because I'm in a lot of pain. And then the joint pain started, and I can tell you, at the time, the only thing I could take was Panadol, and they weren't working. At nights, I had to be kneeling in the bed, rocking from side to side. I was swollen, my complexion darkened. It was the worst thing. Me don't want to catch that again. 9 days talk, thank you. Boy, I'm gonna go through it, man, I tell you. I'm gonna go through it. It was the worst thing. I don't want to catch that again. I don't want to catch that again. And then with my heart condition, I was really scared because I wasn't sure how it would have affected my heart. And because of my heart condition, my doctor said the only thing I could take was a Panadol. And the Panadol, it wasn't working. May I tell you, it was the worst pain I ever felt. up to that point in my life. Up to that point. A wholesale establishment on Tower Street in downtown Kingston caught fire today. The blaze began sometime after 10. No. The blaze reportedly began sometime after 10 p.m. on Monday. Several units from the Jamaica Fire Brigade responded and worked to contain the fire. According to reports, the fire began on the roadway from a pile of rubbish that was set alight and then spread to the wholesale building. The flames also spread to a nearby hardware store. Firefighters initially had difficulty gaining access to the building and had to break through some areas. While the extent of the damage is still unclear, there have been no reports of injuries. And we thank God for that. What's wrong with the username? I'm not saying that. I am not saying that username. I have an image and reputation to protect on here. I am not saying that. Yeah, I can go somewhere else for somebody said that, but I'm not saying it. Steve Gordon, good night. Danny Brooks, you saw it today. Hello, Dylan. All right, so those stories I just read were from the Jamaica Observer. Now we're going over 2 stories from the Gleaner. Hello, Simple. The Manchester woman accused of the brutal murder of her husband, Constable Damien Blair, during a domestic dispute at their home in May 2023, was today remanded for trial on February 2, 2026. Casey Blair, 34 years old, is facing charges of murder, unauthorized possession of a firearm, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. Constable Blair was fatally shot at his home in Somerset, Manchester on May 29, 2023, during a domestic dispute with his wife. The witnesses in the matter were yesterday bound over to return to court for the trial when they appeared at a trial readiness hearing before Justice Leighton Pusey. According to a police report, about 6:25 p.m. on the day in question, the couple were at their home when they had a dispute in which Casey is alleged to have used her husband's weapon to shoot him. The wounded officer reportedly ran from the house and collapsed at his gate, where his wife allegedly used a hammer to inflict further injuries to his head. Upon their arrival, the police reportedly found Casey locked inside a room with a cut to her wrist. The couple were taken to the Mandeville Regional Hospital, where the policeman was pronounced dead, while his wife was admitted in stable condition. During one of the hearings, the defendant's lawyer, Tamika Harris, told the court that her client had been receiving psychiatric treatment at Mandeville Regional Hospital prior to the murder of her husband. The accused woman, who spent 13 days in hospital after the murder, was, at the time of the incident, found locked inside the house with what appeared to be self-inflicted wounds to her wrist. Yeah, some domestic dispute. They had an argument, and she used his own weapon to shoot him, and he ran outside, collapsed at his gate, and she went outside and used a hammer to bash him in his head. It ended up killing him. And then she went in the house, locked herself in a room, and slit her wrist. Oh boy. The police in Manchester on Monday charged a man for allegedly defrauding another out of over $1.4 million in a car purchase deal. 34-year-old Javon Naran, otherwise called Naran, of Mandeville, is charged with larceny by trick, non-delivery of goods and services, and failure to issue a customer receipt. His court date is being finalized. According to the police, the incident occurred in the Clarkstown district of Mandeville between April and October last year. Reports from the Mandeville police are that the complainant sought to purchase a motor vehicle and asked Naran for assistance in locating one. Naran allegedly requested a down payment of $1.4 million, to which the complainant agreed. The police state that Naron later conspired with another man to mislead the complainant with conflicting stories when asked about the vehicle's delivery. A report was made to the police and an investigation was launched. On Monday, Naron was apprehended and later charged following a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. Deron, thank you for the gift. And the 2025 sitting of the Grade 6 Primary Exit Profile exams is scheduled to commence on Thursday, February 20, with the administration of the ability test component. So PEP is starting February 20. The test will measure the student's ability to engage in verbal and quantitative reasoning. It will be followed by the performance task, which consists of two components, language arts and mathematics, to be administered on Wednesday, March 19 and Thursday, March 20, respectively. The Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information in a recent bulletin explained that the performance task is curriculum-based and assesses students' grasp of concepts, principles, and procedures based on content in language arts and mathematics. So all those who have family members or children, you know, whoever it is, doing PEP, we wish them all the best, yeah? Dervan. Hello. I'm not understanding that statement. Okay, and we're going down the line. St. Andrew man who was wanted by the police was fatally shot this morning in St. Thomas. The deceased is Orville Marvin Denny of an Airy Castle Stony Hill address. The police say during the incident, which took place about 1 a.m. in Port Morant in the vicinity of Fish Cove, an illegal firearm was seized. Denny was featured in the police's Wanted Wednesday social media campaign. He was wanted for murder and was also a person of interest in relation to several other crimes committed in the Airy Castle community in Stony Hill. Denny is the 38th person to be killed by members of the security forces since the start of the year and the 10th since the month of February. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, has commenced a probe. And it is also alleged that this man that was killed today is, or was, a Don in Stony Hill. So, yeah. You're welcome. Okay. A St. Catherine man who was allegedly caught stealing oranges from the Tradewinds citrus farm near Riversdale in the parish has been remanded for psychiatric evaluation. When Dwayne Wright appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Tuesday, he pleaded not guilty to the predial larceny charge against him. He also told the court that he is a psychiatric outpatient. Senior Parish Court Judge Desiree Allen then stated that a plea could not be entertained due to Wright's mental state. He is to reappear in court on March 18 when the matter will again be mentioned. It is alleged that on February 5, security personnel caught Wright picking oranges and placing them inside a bag. He allegedly said that he was seeking to buy food. The accused reportedly said, "Is few orange may I look for buy mackerel for cook." End quote. Wright was arrested and subsequently charged. He was not represented by an attorney when he appeared in court. Jaja. So, do you guys remember the pastor who was up in arms about Spice going into schools to speak to children? He even went as far as to call her promiscuous, not knowing anything personal about the lady. Anywho, that same pastor is currently in a brouhaha or some bangarang with church people over land. And the story goes something like this. Pastor Jeffrey Shuttleworth says the truth will come out in a legal battle between him and the Jamaica Baptist Union, JBU, over the ownership of the Tarrant Baptist Church, TBC, property in St. Andrew. On Monday, he said the matter will be manifestly aired in the court, and then the truth will come out. He was speaking as church members protested the purported decay in social and Christian values in Jamaica outside Emancipation Park in New Kingston. The firebrand pastor, known for his radical and ultra-conservative preaching, triggered alarm with revelations in court documents that he intends to apply to the National Land Agency to have the property at 51 Molynes Road registered in his name. But he said there are no proprietary rights in the JBU over the property. He asserted that the century-old Tarrant Baptist Church was a member of the JBU and that he has been the pastor there and exercising all rights of ownership over the land and building. According to the Tax Administration Jamaica website, the 1-acre lot has an undeveloped value of $50 million and is owned by the Baptist Church. Churches are exempt from property taxes. On Monday, Shuttleworth, whom the JBU said was assigned to TBC, acknowledged public concerns about the matter. But he says he's not going into any details about it. The matter will be dealt with in court, and then the truth will come out. If it's somebody with a pastor who is so self-righteous and judgmental and perfect and worthy and holy, why you in a bangarang with people over church and land? Why you want to register the church property in your name? I don't understand. Based on the information we're receiving, why? But anywho, that's according to the story here. So based on what we're seeing in this news story, it is alleged that the man will register the $50 million property in a theme name. Why? Balfour Morgan, thank you. I don't know whose name is on it now, but Fidel Torres, you're watching from Hawaii. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, why you want to register church in your name? And name something there. Anyways, make we move on, yeah? Because make we move on. So you see, these are the things that we're talking about. And these are some of the reasons why they are saying, oh, young people these days are straying from God and whatnot. We're not straying from God. We're taking our own path to get to God. We're not go through pastor and church again. We have sense. We can read the Bible for ourselves, understand for ourselves, worship by ourselves. We don't need the guidance of some of them pastor. Yeah. So because them not see we come to church, them feel like we're not Christian. We're not in a relationship with God. We're ungodly with this, with that, horse dead, cow fat. That's not the case. All right, so Spice wanted to go into the schools to talk to the children, you know, about not engaging in sex too early, not partaking in criminal activities and doing drugs and all of that stuff. She wasn't going there to perform as Spice. She got to go talk to the pitney them, say, listen, don't do these things, focus on your education, work hard and all of these things. Big problem, them come out, read an interview, all of them something. Yeah, Spice shouldn't go to the school to talk to her children. She's no role model, she's promiscuous, she a bad girl, she a tegareg, this and that. Yeah. And we saw where a 14-year-old girl was brutally raped and murdered in her home. Another girl was murdered by her own brother for refusing to have sex with that same brother. Yeah? Murdered. A, a man was deported just last week or the week before after 33 years in overseas and some of those years in prison. He was a pastor who went to prison for raping 3 children, one of whom he gave chlamydia. No protests, them no outbursts, no condemning, no nothing, silence. But a spice them have strength for. When a carnival time and consenting adults choose to wind up on them one another, whether male and male or female and female, them come out, oh, this wrong, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. So what the same energy there for the pastor them in the church, and even a story recently where a choir director, they charged him for raping an underage child who he was trusted to take to choir practice. Him divert from choir practice, carry go him yard, rape her, and then drive God church. Me not hear no outrage. Me not hear no outrage. Me not see no protest with placard out at Emancipation Park for them something here. Them only have strength for dancehall artists and gay people. And mind you, gay people are consenting adults. Why you up in arms and why you care about what 2 consenting adults are doing at them bedroom? No matter how much protest you do, the people them who gay, them not gonna stop the gay because you're out there protest. Yeah? The dancehall entertain them are gonna continue do what them a do. That's a for them path for take until, yeah, them ready for go to Christ or whatever. What the same energy there if uno colleague them where rape off the young penny them in our church? Where's that energy? Where's that strength? Where's that outrage? Hello, Irish Jimmy from Ireland. Thank you for tuning in again. No, seriously, where's that outrage? Their outrage is so selective. Tavane, hello. Dunsman, you just joined the live. Hello. But anyway, we move on. Anyways. Yeah. Their outrage is selective. Yeah, selective outrage. What them for block road and protest for? Them not do that for. Yeah? They're focused on the wrong things. They're focused on the wrong things, like homosexuality is the only sin, and somebody being a dancehall artist or a secular artist is the only sin. And I have more sin going on down a church and down a roof. What the outrage about that? Hello, Charmaine. Okay, anyways, we're moving on. Several residents of Portmore St. Catherine are expressing outrage over the government's decision to table legislation to transform Portmore into Jamaica's 15th parish, citing a lack of consultation and the potential loss of their democratic rights. The House of Representatives was set to debate the bill today, with the government holding the majority votes needed for passage. The bill outlines the boundaries of the new Portmore Parish, which would include areas such as Hellshire Hills and Goat Island. But it leaves out communities like Lakespen, Grange Lane, Lime Tree Grove, and Quarry, areas seen as PNP strongholds. The newly designated parish town will be called the City of Portmore and will encompass lands east of North Arscott, as well as the municipal building, police station, Inland Revenue Department, and parts of Nagahead and Brayton. Residents from areas annexed in the proposed changes are frustrated, claiming they were blindsided by the decision. Oh, Lord. All right, we're going down the line. Finance Minister Favour Williams is rejecting a post by an online account that says Jamaica is currently in a recession. The account, The Spectator Index, describes itself as a news, media, and data platform covering politics, economics, science, tech, and sports around the globe. It is run by Abdul Latif Halimi, a doctor of Melbourne, Australia. The account has over 2 million followers on X, or what we call Twitter. In the post on Monday, the Spectator Index listed Jamaica as one of 6 countries currently in economic recession. This led to a flurry of tweets from users alerting the account that its post was incorrect. Among them were Cabinet Ministers Kamina Johnson-Smith and Matthew Samuda. Johnson-Smith, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, wrote, and I quote, "This is incorrect. Jamaica is not in a recession," end quote. Samuda, Minister with responsibility for water, wrote, quote, "This is not accurate and should be withdrawn," end quote. Then on Tuesday, posting on her account, Finance Minister Favour Williams addressed the Spectator Index. She wrote, quote, "Dear Spectator Index, you don't have a recession when you have a record low unemployment rate of 3.5%, increased business confidence up 13% quarter on quarter, and higher consumer confidence up 4% quarter on quarter. She further noted that nearly 73% of businesses considering it a good time to invest in Jamaica does not reflect a recession. So somebody said that Jamaica is in a recession, and the ministers are calling them out to say Jamaica is not in a recession. So Jamaica is not in a recession, guys, for those of you who may have seen that. I'm on the church side. Bless all church that's preaching Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. If you want to be on the side of selective outrage, then okay. Henry Francis, I'm good. Thanks for asking. Omar Coley, I'm good. Okay, Chief Executive Officer, CEO of 876 Solutions, Trevor Forrest, is calling for legislative measures to provide improved protection for customers of banks who fall victim to online fraud. His comments come in response to recent reports of an ongoing scam targeting customers of Scotiabank. While the bank has confirmed a fraud attempt affecting some debit card holders, it insists the issue is not widespread. Oh Lord. Guys, remember to try to keep your banking information as safe as possible. Don't share your passwords, hide your PIN when you're entering it at the ATM or when you're using your card at certain places. Also, don't click any suspicious links. Don't. Hello, Cosmo. And we are going down the line. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, is probing 3 fatal police shootings between February 10 and 11. That's between yesterday and today. 2 of the fatal shooting incidents occurred along Windward Road in Kingston and Central Village in St. Catherine on February 10. INDECOM says another fatal shooting incident also occurred in Portmorant, St. Thomas, Tuesday morning. The deceased men have been identified as 34-year-old Maurice Bennett, 19-year-old Justin Sangster, and Orville Denny. And we spoke about Denny earlier. I read the news story on that. It says each of the incidents was reported to INDECOM as targeted operations where the officers were allegedly confronted by armed men. A total of 3 firearms were reported as seized from the shooting incidents. INDECOM says no body-worn cameras were recorded as being issued or worn by the members of the constabulary assigned to the targeted operational teams. The teams were Operational Support, Fugitive Apprehension, and the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch. Indicom says all incident scenes were examined and the evidential material recovered, processed, and packaged. The oversight body is continuing its appeal for citizen participation in the investigative process by providing any known information. No ego, hello, thank you for tuning in. A Spence, I am not sure what you're getting on about. You're against the devil? Okay. That's good to know. Hi, Touches. I know. Have you been in here? Did you hear the argument that has ruffled A. Spence's feathers about the church's selective outrage? Up in arms about Spice and homosexuals, you know, but silence when it comes to our young girls and women being raped and killed. Also, young girls and women being raped in church by church members, by pastors, deacons, and all these things. Where's the outrage for that? Where's? Oh, that's Storm. Wizzo. Come here. Come. 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 Up. Come. Up. Step up. Come. Good job, Wizzo. No, not up there. Stay right here. Acting Director General of the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, Richard Thompson, accepts there's a need for more robust communication protocols by the agency to combat misinformation. He was responding to criticism over ODPEM's tardy communication in the wake of the potential threat of a tsunami triggered by a 7.6 magnitude earthquake in the Caribbean Sea. The U.S. Geological Survey reported that the earthquake occurred around 6:23 p.m. southwest of Georgetown in the Cayman Islands. Tsunami advisories were subsequently issued for several countries. However, it was close to 4 hours later on Saturday night that the first advisory of a tsunami warning for Jamaica was posted by ODPEM. Thompson says due to the distance, the threat did not rise to the level of an advisory. He accepts that ODPEM should have moved swiftly to fill the information gap. In the meantime, Professor of Sedimentary Geology at University of the West Indies, Simon Mitchell, says the country must take the risk of tsunamis seriously. When me done pack my two little accoutrements and fly on the skate on the tour go Manchester up in the hills, my love. Hello? Hello? See, Touches says, as a member of the clergy, I also have an issue with the selective outrage. The hypocrisy is always deafening. Thank you very much for being honest, because a lot of these people back the church no matter what. They probably feel like they're going against God. In their eyes, the church can do no wrong. Their pastors can do no wrong. I read the news story that it is alleged that the pastor that, you know, was up in arms about Spice, he's allegedly in some brouhaha about wanting to register a church in his name. And he's saying he's on the pastor's side and all of this. Really? So is the churches in Jamaica we should target for the outrageous act of the devil? Anyways, we're moving on. Because again, selective outrage. The church can do no wrong in your eyes. Your inability to even accept and acknowledge that the church can do wrong, and the church body reeks of hypocrisy, says a lot about you. It really does. Yeah, you're one of them. Not even worth having a good banter with, because yeah, glam beauty face fashion, the church is sleeping. Yep. Let's move on. Dancehall artist Kipridge is out on bail after being charged for a song he recorded in which he appears to pay tribute to slain leader of the One Order gang, Othniel Thickman Laban. The song, which has been circulating on social media, also condemns the police and appears to incite people to attack them. The Telephone Ting singer, whose registered name at birth is Marlon Plunkett, is charged with using audio, visual, or audiovisual communication to promote criminal activity. Kipridge is set to appear before the St. Catherine Parish Court later this month. The entertainer was among several individuals listed as persons of interest by the St. Catherine North Police last Friday. He turned himself in on Monday. What may I say is, where is the public outcry against all else that is happening? There won't be any touches. They only have strength for spice and homosexuals, grown consenting adults. I am yet to see the umbrella group of churches that represents all churches in Jamaica publicly. Godfrey Smith, thank you very much, and I'm happy you got here by accident. Thank you for tuning in. I'm a trained news reporter, news anchor here in Jamaica, but I resigned from traditional media. I'm no longer on TV, but I still use the gift of my voice to bring the news to people who don't actively watch TV or listen radio. Yeah. Okay. The chairman of Jamaicans for Justice, the JFJ, John Clark, says the unauthorized recording of people by members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF, is a reckless disregard of the law. The JCF says it is investigating allegations of the unauthorized recording and distribution of a recording involving TikTok personality June Rosalie Dixon. The video was recorded allegedly by a policeman during an operation at her home. The video, which has gone viral on social media, shows Miss Dixon naked. JFJ is also raising concern about a video of Kingston College students reportedly recorded by a member of the JCF. Clark says that protocols need to be developed on the use of personal devices by JCF members. Wizzo. All right, let's see. Silly Billy, hello. They love profits more than God. Yeah, some of them do. The church is a building. We that call ourselves Christians don't have God in our hearts. Not nice, hello. Partyholics Party Bus, I see you. How are you? Okay, and I'm not seeing anything else that's breaking. Oh, the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, says the government will be investing billions in water projects this year. He says that the investment is to support the National Water Commission's thrust to increase its supply of potable water island-wide to 85%. The Prime Minister was speaking at a groundbreaking ceremony for Phase 2 of the Whitehall to Newmarket water supply project in Northwest St. Elizabeth on the weekend. Getting tongue-tied. All right. The Jamaican public sector in 2024 was no more or no less corrupt than it was in 2023. This is according to Transparency International, which has awarded the country a score of 44 out of 100 on the Corruption Perceptions Index for 2024. The score was same as the year before. Transparency International assesses 180 countries and territories across the globe on their perceived levels of public sector corruption using data from 13 external sources, including the World Bank, World Economic Forum, private risk and consulting companies, and think tanks. It ranks them on a scale of 0 to 100, with 0 meaning highly corrupt and 100 meaning very clean. The resulting scores are published on the Corruption Perceptions Index, CPI. And you hear the bird? Whistle, is that you? Whistle. Yes, Whistle. Hello, Major Smith. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. All right, so on the scale, 0 is highly corrupt and 100 means very clean. And the National Integrity Commission points out that the score of 44 out of 100 is Jamaica's best performance to date. It was previously attained in 2017, 2018, 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. It's a smidgen above the goal average of 43, with more than 2/3 of countries scoring below 50. Okay. All right. So, remember, 0 means corrupt on the scale. Closer you are to 0, the more corrupt you are. The closer you are to 100, the cleaner you are. So, in addition to Jamaica, 8 English-speaking Caribbean countries appear on the CPI for 2024. They are Barbados, the Bahamas, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dominica, St. Lucia, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, and Guyana. Barbados has the highest scores, and they have a CPI of 68 out of 100 and a country ranking of 23 out of 180. Wiz, what's happening? What? Relax. All right, the Bahamas follows with 65. St. Vincent scored 63. Dominica has 60. St. Lucia scored 59. Grenada has 56. Trinidad and Tobago scored 41. And Guyana recorded 39. At the top of the global index are Denmark, Finland, and Singapore with scores of 90, 88, and 84. At the other end of the scale, South Sudan, Somalia, and Venezuela are the worst performers with scores of 8, 9, and 10 respectively. And remember, the closer you are to 0, the more corrupt you are. So South Sudan, Somalia, and Venezuela are the worst performers. Hello, Rob Hem. I see you. Yeah, Denmark. Denmark is at the top. Hello, Unruly. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else breaking before I move forward. I'm refreshing Observer, Gleaner. Nationwide doesn't operate like 24 hours, so More than likely, Glean and Observer. But let me check. Let me also check RJR and Loop. All right, I see something here. Jamaica's young reggae boys opened their CONCACAF Under-17 World Cup qualifying campaign with a 3-1 victory over St. Lucia in a Group H match at, come on, in Guatemala City on Monday. That's not bad. Seymour Reed put Jamaica ahead in the 12th minute, capitalizing on a loose ball inside the penalty area. Dario White doubled the lead in the 50th minute with a strike from the right side of the box before Jamari Nolan made it a 3-0 5 minutes later with a powerful right-footed shot from outside the area. Chevon Barron pulled one back for St. Lucia in the 73rd minute, lofting a left-footed effort into the net. In the other Group H match, El Salvador routed the Cayman Islands 8-0. Yikes. All right, that's not bad. Kudos to the young reggae boys. Kudos to them. All right, let me see. All right, I'm not seeing anything else that's breaking in the news. Let me refresh Observer again. Okay, I see something here from Observer. Let me check Gleaner. All right, nothing fresh from Gleaner. But the Observer says a total of 2,480 people who attended the Ministry of Health and Wellness's job fair recently met the qualification requirements for positions advertised and have moved on to the other round of interviews. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton made the disclosure during a statement to the House of Representatives today. Some 2,907 people were screened for the 600 plus available jobs across the public health sector during the Career Expo and Employment Fair held at the University of the West Indies Mona campus recently. The minister said applications were received for a range of careers, including patient care assistants, community health aides, health records clerks, administrative assistants, customer service officers, and key positions within the ministry, among others. So that's not bad. Enough more people I get jobs, yeah? That's not nice. Hello, Merle Nelson. Which hour time news is this? Dunsman, I'm not sure I understand. I'm not sure I understand that question. Okay, hold on. Come here. Come here. Come up. What is happening with you? Listen, it's bedtime. Bedtime. Step up, Wizzo. Up. And as usual, I have to let you guys say hi to my birdies. So this is Wizzle. Well, Wiz, and this is Storm. Wiz is a male, Storm is female. They are cockatiels. They're a species of parrot. No, they're not the excellent talkers, but they are whistlers. So eventually they'll whistle songs, and they can mimic certain sounds, but they can't talk as clear as other parrots like ringnecks and so on. Say hi. Say hi, Stormy. Say hi. Say hi. All right. Kiss. Give me a kiss. Hey, watch it. Kiss. 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 Good job. Come here, Wizzle. Wiz is feisty. Come here. Step up. Don't run. Step. Step up. Give me a kiss. 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 And face it. Kiss. Kiss. Face it. Kiss. Good job, Whistle. Yeah, so these are my babies. I love them so much. All right, all right. She's bigger than him, and he's older than her. He's 3 months going on 4 months. She's 2 months old. And you see how she big? Relax, relax, relax. Come here, Whistle. Step up. And she eat enough. Mercy. Why you fight me? Hello, behave yourself. Step up and behave yourself. I'm rude, typical boy pitney. Shh. Alright, bye. Bye. Bye-bye. How expensive are they? In Jamaican, they are between 18 and 20,000 Jamaican. Not sure how much that is in your currency, but yeah. Have you ever let them outside? Yes, I let them outside. When I take them to work with me every day. And once I don't keep them in the cage unless it's bedtime or I'm driving with them. Sometimes I don't put them in the cage while I'm driving. I spread a towel on the seat and I have them on the seat. But when I'm at work, as soon as I get to work, they know when they're at work. As soon as I take them out the car and I walk with them onto the veranda at work, them come to the cage door ready to come out. And as soon as I let them out, they're walking up and down on the veranda. And since recently my co-workers put them in the tree to chill, so they just sit on a tree limb and just chill until I'm ready to come out. Them jump off the limb and walk up and down on the ground and walk up and down on my co-workers' shoes, play with their laces and all of that. So yeah. Jimmy, hello. Yes, Amar, I have 2 of them now. Mrs. Wallace, I got her like week before last week. Yeah, I got her like week before last week. Yeah. All right, I think that is it for the news, and this is where I leave you guys now. Remember to tune in again tomorrow, same time, same place for the same thing. The evening news. 18,000 a piece. Yes, no ego. 18,000 Jamaican. Where are you from and what's your currency? Yeah, 18,000 Jamaican dollars for one. They're not wild birds that the handler just caught in the bush. As soon as they're born, he interacts with them and he hand feeds them. So they're used to human interaction. So they're basically tamed as soon as they're born. So by the time you buy them and take them home, they're used to human interaction and it's easy for you to bond with them. Yeah. So, yeah. So yeah, guys, that's it for the news for tonight. Tune in tomorrow, same time, same place for the same thing. Remember, before you go to bed, say a word of prayer, ask for guidance and protection and coverage. Ask for God to send his warring angels. I'm going to remind you every night, ask him to send his warring angels to stand guard around you, to fight those battles that you cannot see and that you cannot fight for yourself. Ask him to strengthen your spirit of discernment so you may see, feel, hear, and taste those things that aren't good for you. Ask him to help you to make sound decisions, that will propel you and push you to walk in your purpose. And as you walk in your purpose, ask him to order your steps. Yeah? And remember that when you ask for certain things and you don't get it, sometimes it's God saving you from something, and it's his way of saying have some more patience, it's not time yet, or I'm preparing something bigger and better for you. Yeah, it's okay to be disappointed, but after that feeling of disappointment lifts, just understand that bigger and better is in store for you, and the door that you were banging on that didn't open was just not meant to be open for you. And another, you will come upon another door that will open easily for you to walk through that door. Yeah. So that is it for me for tonight. I will, oh, I'm a Jamaican living in NYC. Oh, okay. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. And thank you as usual for the support, the engagement, the positive vibe, the good energy, the compliments, the words of encouragement. Thank you so much. I'll catch you all tomorrow.